Fatima is still handling business when it comes to Zach, while Zach is worrying about Karen's business. And Aaron is fed up with it all. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And in this video, we are doing a breakdown for season 6, episode number 7. If you're new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my sisters' content and conversation. And over here, we have respectful dialogue and conversation in the comment section. So check my pinned comment for the rules. Understand what you're walking into when you post that comment and keep it cute. Boo. And without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the little lightweight stuff out the way, right? Tamara and Hayden. Tamara that married Hayden. Hayden that married Tamara. And now Hayden is running to Gary. Like, oh my God, what did I do? Sir, you've been blocked up. You've been backed up. You've been discarded by black women this entire time. You turned into a damn incel when the whole time, all you wanted was a black woman to love you, a black woman to rub up on you, a black woman to ride on you. And now that you got that, then you lost your whole goddamn mind. And you know what? I don't got no sympathy. I am so glad that Fatima finally got to the place where she realized, like, Tamara is no longer her concern. Fatima runs into Tamara at the law firm when she's coming back from the damn salon, child, and we gonna talk about that. But she runs into Tamara, sees the ring, like, girl, I ain't tell you to do that. Girl, this is not your problem. She did what you asked her to do. Y'all don't even know each other anymore. As soon as Fatima said that, I was like, bet, now we good. I don't even care. I'm here for the entertainment of it all when it comes to Tamara, because yes, she's a gold digger. Yes, she might be giving trollop. She came into the office to secure her investment, right? Giving Hayden a little afternoon delight in the office. She's going to keep that boy's mind so warped because of sex that he ain't going to know what the hell hit him. And I'm not mad about it. She's planning on getting everything that he got. Apparently, Hayden got a lot. And again, I don't feel bad about it. He has been wreaking havoc for far too long. He had this horrible distaste for black women in his mind, and how he communicated and the stuff that he did to Fatima and Andi, aside from when he was actually helping Andi before he figured out that Fatima didn't like him and Andi didn't like him, and then he wanted to turn villain. So I really have no sympathy when it comes to Hayden. I think that while it's not right, it's not okay to be a gold digger and to take a man for all his money. It's not something that I would do, because I'm not finna tolerate no whack man for no money. Money gonna come and go. Money gonna always be there. But my patience and my peace, my blessing, me being able to frolic throughout life and be happy, that's priority, baby. But I am sad to watch the journey play out. I'm sad to watch what happens next and how Tamara is actually going to go about this. In this episode, we got to see that Hayden had the annulment papers drawn up, but he is too scared to give it to her. Gary also winds up coming to the office with the information that he was able to secure on Tamara, and his initial search showed that, you know, she was pretty much clean. But I think that this stuff that he walks in on, because yes, Gary walks into the office while Tamara is servicing Hayden, and he's trying to tell him don't take another step closer, and he keeps taking another step closer. Then he come over there and he see nothing but Hayden's you know what in her mouth. Okay, Tyler, we get what you're doing. Gary, that's why you should stay your ass at the door. You should have folded that folder up like an airplane and flew it over to Hayden if you wanted to get it to him so bad. What I think is in that folder, though, y'all, I think that it might be maybe expunge things, because you know how Madam be having like leverage over the judicial system or whatever. So if Tamara had charges or mugshots or whatever that didn't pop up initially, then maybe it was something sealed, you know, because Madam maybe did her due diligence with that, and Gary was able to uncover that. I think he's just going to come up with Tamara's little CD pass, and then it's going to force Hayden to question if he is okay with not only saying married to you, but, you know, bumping uglies with a woman of her caliber. Because a big thing about Hayden is he's an elitist. He's a classist. He finds himself or believes himself to be so much better than regular black folks, than ghetto black folks, than poor black folks. And if we ever get Hayden's backstory, watch his mama Poe, watch his daddy Poe, watch he came from humble beginnings, because it's always them ones. I mean, I come from humble beginnings as well, but I don't like elitism. I'm gonna just leave it at that, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. Sabrina. Novi was acting down in this episode, baby. She is a nervous wreck behind this potential 15 years that is hanging over her head for this crime that she did not commit. I'm just still trying to figure out why in the hell haven't we pulled the security footage that exonerates y'all, that tells them that Sabrina was actually doing her job. It was a normal day. Maurice was brought to the bank at gunpoint. Like, all of that should be on the cameras. Why are we having to still meet with this lawyer, having Maurice be completely inappropriate and utterly ridiculous? In this episode, Sabrina not only has a moment of contention with Maurice because he's just giving attitude and continuing to just be Maurice, but she goes down to the airport to talk to Q, and while it seemingly didn't get through to him, I think she did, because he winds up dropping a little thug tear. And I think it's the, like, reinforcing that, like, yo, whatever happened to you should not have happened to you. And Tyler Perry, you could try all you might. Q will never be redeemable for me. The best thing that you could do is come up with a dignified exit for him, because I do not care what happened to him. For him to be this broken, this bad, and exacting this many issues consistently, like, had he had done some of the stuff and then repented and then gave up and, like, stopped perpetuating the lies, then maybe I could. But, like, I have no sympathy. And while Novi acted down and Sabrina wanted to give him forgiveness and let him know that she's so sorry for whatever happened to him, I want his ass to rot in hell. I really do. That's it. That's all. Because enough. Like, I get it. There's a lot of horrible things that happen to people, good people, just people in our world. Our world is messed up. We are doing a disservice to it, and we are doing a disservice to each other with some of the heinous acts that people exact upon children and adult, like, and so what we exact towards everybody. But a lot of us have things that traumatize us, things that deeply hurt us, things that affect us, things that shift who we are on a fundamental level in our lives. And it can't be everybody's villain origin story. Like, I get it, Q, you're hurt. I get it, Q, you feel discarded. I get it, Q, you feel objectified and abused and you never really felt love. Okay, but at what point do you realize that you going down this road that you've been on isn't getting you what you said that you want anyway? Ultimately, you want to be loved. You know, robbing people and doing all these crimes and being gay for pay and doing this and doing that and get you nowhere either. So at what point do you do something different? Like, I really cannot fathom coming up with any type of sympathy for Q where he's at now, because he's had every chance to make an about face. He's had every chance, even in the face of him consistently disrespecting, demeaning, and compromising not only Maurice, but also Calvin. And then they still put a roof over your head. They still put food in your belly. They still listened to you. They still did things that actually showed love. And you decide to run all over them. So I have no sympathy, but I appreciated the Novi performance, because we don't get to see her do that much, because she don't get a ton when it comes to her storyline. So I absolutely enjoyed that part of it. I think, again, Novi acted down. Sabrina looks amazing. It was a very heartfelt moment. We might have gotten through to Q. I have no faith in that. I really just want Q to exit stage left. His ass did it. He needs to go to jail. That's it. That's all. Nobody feels bad for you. Or at least only Sabrina feels bad for you, because everybody else, we're done with you. Now, Maurice is plotting to have Q murdered, because that seems to be the most viable option. Like, Maurice, I really want you to pick up a hobby or something. Like, at this point, he's getting so exhausting with his extreme dramatic takes and his lack of accountability for the situation that they're in. Like, they are all literally in this circumstance because of your interactions with Q. Yes, Q is responsible for actually doing the crime and compromising you in this way, but you ignored red flags. You persisted to play around with this boy, and you did so much that you gave a fake confession. Not even like, oh, you let him in your house and you slept with him, whatever. All that is like past. You gave a fake confession because you were playing so many damn games and you play too much. Call a thing a thing. And what's wild to me is that you don't register how much Sabrina loves you, how much Sabrina cares, and you keep putting her through additional hell on top of this hell, and it's annoying. It's not funny anymore. Like, I miss the Maurice from season 1, season 2, and even a little bit of season 3, because he was actually funny. He was actually comedic relief. He was actually, while going through what he went through, because he had that very traumatic storyline when it came to Alonzo, the beats and the sass, it just made sense, and it fit, and it wasn't obnoxious. It wasn't something that is turning his character into something that is given less redeemable. And y'all, Calvin is just a fly on the wall trying to support his girl and his boyfriend, not his boyfriend, that's so shady, his boy best friend, his boy roommate, whatever. Calvin's just there. And I need his storyline to get it together, or he need to step off. Like, where's Calvin's son? Where's the crazy baby mama? Not that we need any more crazy baby mama drama, but give me something else with Calvin besides him saying, I can't handle Maurice. Because we know that. We get that. Now we go to meat and potatoes of the episode. Honestly, the thing that made the episode for me was the interaction between Zach and Aaron. Make sure you're following me on IG, at least all social media platforms if you're feeling froggy, but at least on IG, because sometimes when I'm watching in the moment, I will post on IG stories and y'all can get my literal reaction in the moment. And when I saw Zach and Aaron, child, the anxiety shot through the roof. I started giggling because I was so anxious. And initially I was like, Aaron, just keep it pushing. Just walk past Zach. Just walk past Zach. But I'm glad he stopped. And I'm glad they got to have this exchange. And Aaron's talking about, well, she clearly, wants you. So it's whatever. And Zach got the energy that he got. And it's like he will beat Aaron's ass and pray to Jesus later and ask for repentance later. And I'm just like, why? And Aaron made a great point of like, you always quick to go to violence or to anger. And I'm also just like, okay, Aaron, you do have that one up on him of like, you are pretty much more so calm, cool, and collected, but it feels like there's something with you. It feels like there's something to you. I don't know. Like, their interaction just gave me so much anxiety. While I know that Aaron is a better man for Karen, at least at this season in her life, I have been eating up, okay? Sopping it up with a biscuit, okay? All of the moments that we get to see Ebony and Devale on screen together, because they have just such amazing, electric, sexy chemistry, baby. Like, it is just, it's giving. It really is. So while I'm still rooting for Zach and Karen, I mean, not Zach and Karen, I'm still rooting for Karen and Aaron. Like, I think I'm still there. Y'all, I'm processing in the moment, and y'all gonna have to give grace and patience with your good sis. I'm just telling y'all honestly where I'm at. In this moment, I know that Aaron is the best man for Karen, and I want Karen to value that, but I also want to still value and make sure I let know, like, her feelings about Aaron having women pop up on her is valid. Her feelings about thinking that he was one way and then he's actually another is valid. And we get to see that towards the end of the episode. So I know that I want her with Aaron, but there's something about this Zach chemistry. And then also, I think the bigger thing is it's very healing to see Zach and Karen interact in the way that they are interacting. Yes, some of it is flirty energy, but more so in the like, I want to take care of you energy. I want to make sure that you're okay. I deeply care and love for you. It's very, very healing for these characters. But then also, I think for me in the audience, just knowing and having experienced all of the ups and downs that they've experienced. And I'm currently rewatching seasons 1 and 2 and like rehashing that again, and to see that this is where they end up in, or where they're at in this particular part in the timeline in season 6. It's refreshing and healing to see. But baby, every single time Aaron and Zach come at a head, I'm trying to find the words for it, for why I have the anxiety that I have, because I want to root for Aaron, but then I also understand I don't want to root against either one of them, but I do want Zach to be able to like not resort to violence all the time. And I more so want Zach to like process and unpack why he hates Aaron so much. Why you want to fight him every single time you see him. Why does your stomach turn every single time you see him? Why do you have to become hostile as soon as the name Aaron is mentioned, or as soon as you see this man's face? I think that there is more to that story that we are not actually talking about. And that part became palpable in this moment because it's like Zach has this immediate contempt for Aaron as soon as he walks up. And Aaron, while he might not like Zach, while he might not respect Zach, while, you know, he said that he thinks that Zach is playing both Karen and Fatima, Aaron still moves with a certain level of cool, with a certain level of baseline respect for humans that is a lot different than what Zach has. And maybe that's why I have so much anxiety around the child. I feel like that is what really made me bring the episode of 7. Between Aaron and Zach and their little back and forth at the very beginning, and then Zach and Fatima, I was like, oh, this is the episode right here. And again, I'm just going to briefly talk about Zach and Karen because they didn't really have too much of an interaction. Fatima really pulls up right at the moment where Karen is kissing Zach on the cheek. And I've seen in the comment section, y'all like, all right, what's up with all this kissing? Y'all ain't wrong. Now, y'all ain't wrong. There is a lot of kissing on the cheek. I think this season that Karen is in, and if y'all missed it, check out our Sistas Keeper, which is our live Sistas after show and podcast that we do after each new episode, where we get to discuss it. And it's myself and Allie Nick, but not only do we get to discuss what's going on, but we discuss it with you. Y'all, I'm in my giggle season. I literally talked about on the live exactly how I would respond to Karen as her friend. As a result to not only this episode, but then also the preview. So if you really want to know my take on that, then check the link in the description box or the cards up above and get into that. Okay, because I'm not restating it here. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Karen and Fatima. We get also a very quick moment with Karen and Fatima. When Fatima walk up, right? And she like, can we have a minute? Girl, this is my salon. Y'all are outside. We outside. Yeah, you can be outside and walk over there. I don't want these women fighting over this, man. But I don't know. Zach and Aaron Karen and Fatima give Zach and Aaron. However, they are as like, Zach is just ready at any given point. I feel like there has been moments where Fatima was very calm and very graceful. I think there's been moments where Karen was very like, okay, I mean, it is what it is, and not really much contempt. But in this moment, it was just like, okay. I will say that Karen, when Fatima walked up, Karen didn't really address her, didn't really say nothing, and Fatima kind of had the smoke. But you know, you did just kiss this girl's fiance on the cheek, honey, and it's already a little bit of back and forth, and she already feel like he in love with you and he doing too much. So that is what it is. Y'all go ahead and talk about that in the comment section down below, but keep it respectful. And I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn if you hate Karen, so don't say it in the comments. Thank y'all. Moving on, Zach and Fatima. Okay, so Fatima is showing up at the salon to give him paperwork for emergency hearing for Michael. And shout out to my good sis Allie Nick, because she pointed out on our little live last night that ma'am, those papers were done when Zach was at the law firm, but you ain't had no words for him. You couldn't give it to him then because you wanted to come to the salon because of why? Yeah, y'all can go ahead and talk about that in the comment section. But you know what? I'm not even going to shade Fatima in this moment. She's coming over here to do that. I am just going to go ahead and commend her, because the fact that you are still riding 10 toes down for Zach and all of his bull and all his drama that's coming by way of his life and certain decisions that he's made and the consequences of those decisions, even in a moment where you are so deeply hurt and affected by some of his other actions in the present moments, like, mama, give this sis a Nobel Peace Prize or something, because my God, I don't know if I would have been able to center his problems and still be able to focus and work so diligently to try to help him in this arena while I'm going through such emotional distress that we clearly can see that Fatima's going through. Like, this has been a lot for her, and even in this short amount of time, she is emotionally going through the ringer and so-called processing. And I made this point again on our Sistas Keeper. Y'all should check it out. It's really a great show, and we talk about everything at depth. But I don't believe that we got to see Fatima process until this episode. It wasn't until she's sitting in the law firm with Andi and she says, what are we doing? She starts to question certain things. That is what processing looks like. Processing doesn't look like being silent and just running away and repressing how you feel. Processing looks like, whether saying it out loud or thinking to yourself, what am I doing? What is going on? How do I feel about this? Why do I feel the way that I feel about this? And really just getting to the nitty gritty of what your current circumstances is, and at least being honest with yourself if you can't be honest with nobody else. And we haven't seen Fatima do that up until now. So now she's finally at a place where she's actually processing, which I guess is going to prompt her to do what she's doing in this preview. But again, I'm going to talk about that in the preview. We're not talking about that here. We're just talking about the episode. And going back to the law firm real quick, because they have a client who winds up basically being a seer or a fortune teller, low key. Definitely a plot device for them in reference to this woman who is now Andi's client, or going to be Andi's client, has lived basically Andi and Fatima's life. She's dated a married man, turned that man into her husband, gave everything she could to this man. Basically, she literally lived the mashup between Andi and Fatima's life. And as she is telling them, you know, what her life experiences is, both of them are getting a real good gut check of like, okay, this is what it sounds like. This is what I'm living. This is what I'm doing. And that's also part of the part that helps Fatima get to the place to actually start processing what's actually going on. And I was with Miss Mamas, little Miss Old Mamas. I was with her until she started saying, keep you one on the side and do this and do that. If I have to have a side, if I have to be playing all these type of manipulative mind games to keep a man, then I will be by myself and happy here. Like all the stuff that people are socialized and conditioned to do to like maintain relationships that they actually don't want to be in, and dedicate their lives and align their lives for the rest of their lives with people that they don't actually like is wild to me, and I will never buy into it. Y'all can have it. Society is telling y'all that's okay, and if that's what y'all want to go ahead and believe, but as for me in my house, I'm not doing it. I literally had a conversation with my daddy last week. He was like, Erica, do you want a family? I'm like, yes I do, but I'm not about to marry somebody's son who's stupid and I don't actually like. I'm not about to get married just to say that I'm married. I'm not about to have kids just to have kids. I want to have kids with a man that I love and respect and cherish, and I am looking forward to him leading me where we're trying to go, and not off a cliff straight to hell. So if it's going off the cliff straight to hell and it's nothing but drama and bullshit, I will opt out. I can give myself a very happy life. I'm good with that. Some of y'all need to make peace with that and be good with that. I would love for Fatima to process that and like ask herself, like, girl, or ask yourself, girl, am I just staying with Zach because I don't want to be alone? Because I don't want to do this? Because I would much rather make this effort and fix all his problems than get to a place where I'm just really, really great and happy on my own? And maybe calling in a new love? I don't know. I actually have a video where I discuss why Fatima chose Zach that you guys can check out very shortly. So hit that subscribe button so that you know the moment when I post it. And it is good, y'all. I've been working on it for a few weeks and I'm excited about it. It's one of my first video essays because I'm bringing new content to the channel. And I hope that y'all love it. Again, subscribe so that you can see it when it drops. Last but certainly not least, y'all, in this episode, Aaron has a conversation with Pam at the coffee shop, and I'm gonna go ahead and start this off here with the thoughts and the cleanup, because y'all was on cleanup duty last night on this live in reference to Aaron. I was like, I don't like it if he called the little curly haired girl that he supposedly got a restraining order against because Karen ain't doing what he want. It's giving you a F boy, and you just playing the long game, and I don't like that. But you know, Allie, that's her baby. And then, you know, when Tay Talk was on there, and Money Green Tay, hey y'all, was on there because we know we bring you guys up and let you guys share your thoughts as well on our lives. Y'all was making great points, and like maybe this is actually Aaron's sponsor that he called and said that the coffee shop next to Karen's salon is their spot. I'm hoping that this is sponsored, because if it's anybody else but the sponsor, I am side-eyeing Aaron and finna throw him away. Not all the way throw him away yet, but I'm finna. Yo, Aaron and Pam have a conversation, and Aaron lets Pam know, like, I am at my wit's end. What is it about Zach? What hold does he have on her? I am tired. And I'm just like, I get that you are weary, but you are strong, King. Hang in there, King. Don't fold, King. I need Aaron to not be a boy so bad, y'all. Like, y'all have no idea. I need him to not just be an evolved version of Zach that is still shitting on women, just not the women that we like. So, like, if he is doing, Jennifer dirty, I'm going to be so pissed. Like, intentionally, I'm going to be so pissed, because Aaron presents as this really, really, really great guy, and it's going to break me. I ain't even gonna hold you. But y'all, I didn't expect this video to be this long. Drop down in the comment section and tell me what your thoughts are for the video, or not the video, for the episode. Give your rating for the episode, and then be sure to check the description box for the links to the other videos so that you can get into the other Sistas content, because we are having all of the dopest Sistas conversation right here on Erica Vane TV. I love you guys for watching. Give this video a like, and I'll see you in my preview for episode 8.